Hello friends and my dear students. Today we are going to discuss about metal casting, which is a prominent topic of manufacturing technology in various semesters of your curriculum. Okay, so we'll start the metal casting with the sand casting. Sand casting is the very old and primary ordinary method of casting. Okay, in this, sand grains are mixed with a small amount of materials such as clay, water to improve the moldability. Okay, we'll discuss what is moldability and cohesive strength further. The pattern must be removed before pouring. The mold is usually made of two pieces. Okay, the pattern means there is a device, you can say, or there is a component which is called as pattern, which is made of two parts. Okay, and an opening called sprue hole in cut part of the top of the mold to pour the sand, and connected through the channels called runners. Okay, let's see how these parts look like. Okay, if you will see this picture, then you will remember this is a runner. Okay, this is a runner, and this is your uh, pot. With the help of that you are pouring metal. Okay, this is riser, this is locating pins, these are metal molded. Okay, and this is the casting. Okay, at the last, after pouring, whenever you pour this material inside this, so this casting will be produced. Okay, the molten metal is poured into the sprue hole, flows through the runners and enters the mold cavity through an opening called as gate. Okay, so this is mold cavity opening, that will be called as gate. Gravity flow is the most common means of introducing the metal into mold. Means the flow of the molten metal inside this gate and inside this mold cavity is due to gravitational force. After solidification, the mold is broken and the fishing casting is removed. Okay, the casting is then felted. Felted means you are removing, means you are just giving some vibrations to the casting to remove the, or cutting off the ingate and feeder head. Okay, because the mold is destroyed and new mold must be made for each casting. Means for each casting you have to prepare separate molds like these gray color molds. Okay, so these should be prepared by some component wise. Okay, means every component there will be some other parts of mold. Okay, now what is the sequential steps in making a sand casting? A pattern board is placed between the bottom and top. Bottom of the pattern is called as drag, top of the pattern is called as scope. So note this thing, sometimes it is asked in the objective questions. Half of the flask with the bottom side up. Bottom side should always be up whenever you are doing this mold filling. Okay, sand is then packed into the drag half of the mold. Okay, drag half of the mold should be packed with sand. The bottom board is positioned on the top of the packed sand. Okay, the cope half of the mold is then packed with the sand, and the mold is opened. Mold should be opened and pattern board is drawn. Okay, pattern board should be drawn. The runner and gate are cut into the surface of the mold, so that whenever you are pouring the metal, that should not create any kind of bubbles inside that. So this is your gating structure. From this pouring cup you have to pour this material. This is called as sprue. These are the gating arrangement, or this is called as gate. Okay, this is riser to sustain the more amount of material whenever it is required. This is mold cavity and this is core. Okay, and core is, this is core prints. Okay, and this hole is called as flask, and this center line is called as parting line. Okay, this is upper part of the pattern is called as scope, and the lower part of the pattern is called as drag. From this ladle, okay, from this ladle you have to pour the material inside this gating system and to prepare the mold cavity. Okay, these are the parts you can see in the cross sectional view as well. Okay, draw this diagram, you will remember all the things very nicely. So definitions of the casting terms are written here. Flask, a mold flask is one which hold the sand mold intact, and it is made of wood for temporary application or metal for long term use. Okay, this is called as flask. Lower molding flask is called as drag, upper molding flask is called as scope. Intermediate molding flask used in three-piece molding. If you are using three-piece molding, then there will be some intermediate flask which is called as cheek. Now, pattern is the replica of final object to be made with some modifications. That is called as pattern. Means the how your final object will look like. That is called as your pattern. Parting line. That is the center line which I have depicted here in this diagram. Parting line is, this is the dividing line between the two malt flasks that makes up the malt sand. Okay. Bottom board, this is board normally made of board which is used at the starting of mold making. Okay, so in this way you can use this whole diagram, or these are the casting term to realize your things. Now, molding sand, the freshly prepared refractory material used for the making the mold cavity. It is a mixture of silica, clay and moisture in appropriate proportions. Means you have to mix silica, clay and moisture as per the requirement of your molding sand. You have to prepare these things. Baking sand, this is the made up of used and burnt sand, which is called as baking sand, and this is core used for making hollow cavities in casting. Now, pouring basin, it is a small flask shaped cavity on the top of the mold into which molten metal is poured, means where you are pouring the material with the help of ladle, that is called as pouring basin, and the passage through which molten metal will pass from pouring basin to mold cavity, that is called as sprue. This is the sprue, means from pouring basin to gating or gate, that is called as sprue. Runners, the passageway in the parting plane through which the molten metal flow in regulating before they reach the mold cavity, means runners are used to regulate the molten metal flow. Next is gate, the actual entry point from where the molten metal enters the mold cavity, that is called as gate. And especially gate are also various types that we will study in the further in this course. At a controlled rate, means from gate you are feeding the material in the mold cavity with a controlled rate. Now, this is called as chaplets. Chaplets are used to support the cores inside the mold cavity, and chills are metallic object placed in the mold to increase the cooling rate of casting, means chills are used to increase the cooling rate of casting. While riser, it is a reservoir of molten material provided in the casting so that hot metal can flow back into the mold cavity when there is a reduction of the volume in metal due to solidification, because there is some solidification defect or solidification error. So to encounter or to rectify that solidification error, risers are used, which is a reservoir of molten metal. So whenever it is required, they will supply the material, molten material, into the mold cavity, so that there should not be any reduction in volume due to solidification. This is the work of your riser. Now, padding, tapering the thinner section towards thicker section, it is known as padding. Okay, if you are tapering the thinner section towards the thicker section, that is called as padding, which require extra material. And if padding is not provided, central line shrinkage or porosity will occur in the thinner section, means some thinner in the thinner section there will be some shrinkage or porosity will occur if you are not providing any kind of padding. So I am stopping here. Next, basics of the casting we will discuss in the further our content. So till that time, you should stay tuned with our Engineering College Banswara channel for more such content of different branches of engineering like computer science engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering. Thank you so much for your patience hearing, and I am also thanking the content which I have taken from SK Mandal sir from MADG. He has provided this nice PPT, and this is solely used for the teaching learning methodology. Thank you so much.